Hey, what's up, my truth seekers? How are you guys? Commentary. Let me go ahead and show you this right here. I saw not this one right here, this right here. I saw Martell Holts. He was doing his one of his baby girls. I think this right I think her name right here is, they call her Boss Baby. Yeah. What he was, I don't know if he went ahead and braided her hair, but he had put some pictures out. Let me see if I can go ahead and start from the beginning, because I was playing my live thinking I was on and wasn't even on. But this right here is showing Martell. He's doing one of his little girl's hair. I think she goes by the name Boss Lady. Now I don't know if he's redoing her hair, or he did it. And if he did, man, I give him an A plus. He did a real good job. Look at the parts. The parts are straight and everything. And like I say, got some men or daddies, they do real good jobs. I know my son does, because he had lost his wife. She was like 24 years old 2 years ago of cancer. And my son, he learned all this, learned how to do hair, cook, and everything else. But right here, Martell had wrote, I go from doing hair, I go from doing hair to trying my best to do some edges. This toothbrush saved my life with my girl's head many of times. And if he did it, he did a good job. And look like Ball Baby, she's very happy. He's laying it down and everything with his all white on. Look, got his little jam and everything. Look like he knows exactly what he's doing. Yeah, I think it's pretty nice if he did it. Just look. At least one thing we know, Boss Baby, she's not complaining at all. Yeah, that is little girls. hmm So, guys, if you're just joining me, welcome to my live Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. Make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. I wasn't on for, I think, like 2 days or something like that. And, guys, when I'm not on, I just feel like a piece of me is missing, because I really feel at home when it comes to my lives. I really like it. I rather do lives now than make videos. And guys, I had made a bunch of videos, but with lives, at least you can just go on and on, feel like you're at home. So, guys, make sure you feel at home. So, I'm going to go ahead and talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. Also, I'm going to talk about Love and Marriage in Huntsville. Let me go ahead and see if I can go ahead and put this on. Now, I don't know what had happened with Sheree. Sheree and her clothing line. Now, Sunday, they showed her clothing line. I give her A. She did a good job. It was very beautiful. Now, I'm hearing the reason why she didn't have it on her website, because something had happened with the guy that had helped her with the clothing design. But to me, Sheree had dropped the ball, because millions of people Sunday was tuned into that show and was watching her clothing line, her show. So she should have put it on her website. And I'm pretty sure that she would have sold out. It would have pretty much crashed. People was going into it because her clothes was very nice. And just to say that she didn't put her clothing line on her website, to me, she dropped the ball. But this right here, I had read that they said, I don't know who this is by. I don't know. It says, when I look back at everything, I see how far I have come. That's by Sheree Whitfield. I have always had an eye for fashion, and even had a luxurious boutique, Bella Azor, which I cater to the country's elite. I was determined to create my own generational wealth for my kids. Well, that was your time to go ahead and, do that generational wealth. If you would have went ahead and put it on the website, because Sheree had plenty of time, 14 years. Her website should have been set up, man, ready to go. Soon when people click on, they was able to go ahead and shop. And then Sheree has said, freshly out of a divorce, I wanted to regain my independence and get back to my first love, which is fashion. It's been a long 14 years as I have had hiccups and even moments of letting go of my dreams of having my own fashion line. It's extremely hard when funding a fashion line by yourself with no backing behind you. Let She by Sheree be the example of perseverance for independent women. And right there, they had showed when people was clicking on, only saw maybe about three outfits, which those outfits that they had showed right there, those are what you call that, it comes from like maybe China shipped in, many stores, which many stores do that. When you own a store, a boutique, you can go ahead and get clothes wholesale and you can go ahead and put your label on. And most likely that's what Sheree had did with those set of clothes right here, which you see by Sean, which, that's nothing to sit there and go run with or mock, make a mockery about, because many people, if you in business, especially in the clothing business, people does that. Sheree probably still have her clothing line, that what she had created, but on her website, she also gonna do wholesale clothes too. Many stores does that. Fashion Nova, you can go right there on Amazon. They does all that, and they put many celebrities. They does that. Look at Kenya Moore. When Kenya Moore had launched her beauty supplies, Kenya Moore had water. She had water in her shampoo bottles. And you would swear that she had, the way she had it displayed, that she had a whole stock of everything, but all of her material didn't come in right then and there. But now where she's at now she's doing good. She is CVS and everything else, so it takes time for all that. Now, Sheree, I would have went ahead. Like I said, she had 14 years to go ahead and prepare it. I would have had everything set. So when people go and, on her website, they will be able to go ahead and buy all that right there. That could have broke the bank. That could have been so much money right there pouring into Sheree's hands. But Sheree just don't think. How are you doing, college? Hope you're enjoying your day today. Happy Labor Day. Just here talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta scene, talking about how Sheree Whitfield with She by Sheree dropped the ball, even though a lot of people, they are out there clowning her. But like I said, it is what it is. I'm pretty sure that she have her fashion, because like she said, she put like millions of dollars in her fashion. I don't think that she spent millions of dollars on wholesale clothes. Now maybe after Real Housewives of Atlanta, the reunion, she gonna go ahead and showcase more of her clothing line. I guess right there, she was just giving us a tease to see how things was gonna go ahead and work out. But I'm pretty sure Sheree got it all, you know, pat down. I'm pretty sure that she know exactly what she's doing, and she have many business partners that's talking to her. And even if she go ahead and use wholesale clothes, just say if she does, that's still good business. That's still good business, having other companies to ship her clothes so she can go ahead and sell her clothing line as well as others. So most people that's talking about that, they don't know what they're talking about. But this right here, I had saw. Let me go ahead and read this right here. This one by Tyree. It said, "What kills me is it don't matter how genuine and how honest you try to be with people, they will worry about yourself and play you if they can." I guess he's talking about Sheree. This lady, Sheree, Housewives of Atlanta, blank by Sheree, didn't have nearly no clothes or style for her fashion show. Not only was I set altering clothes the day of, spent $2,500 of my own dollars to meet the deadline and make it happen. Not only she take all the credit, never said thank you, and it was on national TV last night, and I made her finally look good out of 14 years of trying. This lady still never at least just reimburse me. Well, you know good and well, Sheree is not going to pay no one, let alone pay me, shaking my head. I made her 40 pieces of clothes less than a week. Well, I guess he the one that's holding out. That's why you didn't see nothing on Sheree's web. She's not going to make a dollar off of that clothing line because God don't play about me, and I ain't giving her no pattern or ideals no more. So there that. Whether you saw last night was echo of my years in fashion and making people millionaires. If you knew all this company that came to me for designs and ideals and samples, you would hit the floor in disbelief. Now I don't and didn't say I care less to be famous, but pay me and respect what I do and did for you. Now I don't think that this person is legit because nowhere in the world he would have went ahead and took this to social media if he'd been making people millionaires. So like I say, that right there, I don't put nothing past all that. But like I said, time is going to tell. And I think that the only reason why Sheree is holding out is because she's waiting for the reunion. And once the reunion, then she's going to go ahead and put all of her clothing line on her web. And this right here, as you can see, the little pieces that we had saw on Real Housewives of Atlanta, it was pretty good. It was pretty nice. She had got a lot of applause. And all the pieces that she had showed on those models, I guess, she just waiting until the reunion to go ahead and show up and show out. To me, that makes sense. But time is going to tell. But also, at the reunion, they're going to show that Martell Holts, he had called Sheree, which Kenya Moore with her big mouth self, she had snatched the phone out of Sheree's hands and called Martell name out. And like I say, guys, you already heard it from here first because I already had spoken. I already knew exactly what's going to happen. I think that Martell Hoax is going to Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's what I think because no way in the world that Martell and Melanie can film together on that same show without sitting there agitating each other. No way in the world. It's just going to be one fight after another if that's happened. So most likely, Sheree and not Sheree, Martell is going over there to Real Housewives of Atlanta, and maybe Sheree and Martell might just go ahead and get together, which they did say that Martell was building a pool for Sheree. So I don't know if they're going to go ahead and show that scene, but I'm pretty sure that the cameras was out because you know good and well that Carlos King is not going to go ahead and let that just slide by. No way. Hi, unapologetic facts. How are you doing? Happy Labor Day. Hope you guys are enjoying yourself out there. Girl, when I wasn't on yesterday, well, that wasn't on Saturday and Sunday. I felt like a piece of me was just missing because this right here, guys, coming on talking to you guys, you know, like I say, this right here, I really enjoy myself. If I knew about this live, I would have been coming on, but I was so stuck in making videos. But I really think because guys, when I call it, I'm pretty sure that it always come to pass. And I think that Martell is going to go over there with Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm pretty sure that is going to happen. And Sheree and Martell, at least a first few seasons, they gonna be together. Even though I don't even think that Sheree is Martell type and Martell is not Sheree type. And maybe that's how they're gonna have, whether you guys like it or not, that's how they're gonna go ahead and get Ariane Curry to come on that show. Ariane Curry already talked about it. She already talked about it, that she was talking to people that was at Bravo. And you guys already know that. Thank you, unapologetic. Thank you very much. Thank you. Miss you all too, guys. Yeah. Like I said, I really enjoy what I do, whether I get paid or not. Guys, I don't even get paid for it. But like I said, when you enjoy something, you're gonna do it whether you get paid or not. But I remember it was a couple of months ago that Ariane Curry, she did say that she'd been talking to people at Bravo. And that what's her name, Melanie already said, well, she don't have no call on that, but she came out and she spoke in it that Ariane is not gonna go on Love and Marriage in Huntsville. If she does, she's gonna leave. That's the same thing that Candy had said, which we already know that Candy really, wasn't bringing it. But she said if Phaedra goes to come back to Real Housewives of Atlanta, they said that Candy is leaving. But I think, like I said, and it's just my opinion, we all have an opinion, but most all this stuff that I call, you can take it to the bank. I think that Ariane Curry is going to Real Housewives of Atlanta as well as Martell. And that's what I think. And the only way that they're going to be able to go through that door, and that's through Sheree. And that's why they called Martell name out at the reunion. The only reason why they're gonna call Martell name out is because Martell is coming to Real Housewives of Atlanta. Him and Sheree gonna be together for a little while, and then that's when they're gonna open the door for Ariane Curry. And like I told you guys, whether you like it or not, she have the right to tell her story. Because don't make no sense for everyone is talking around her and she cannot say anything. It's done and it's over with. It's no changing. That is his story. You can't erase that from his life because that's part of his storyline. And what's the purpose of Martell going and pick up all the kids, picking up his son, but the mom cannot even open the door, can't even be seen? That's not reality. That's not good for TV. And if Carlos King does not pick it up, I'm pretty sure Bravo is, because Bravo is all about the money. Bravo is going to pick it up. And just like I told you, I remember when Ariane talked about it. And she always says certain things that she cannot say, not now. And she did talk about, she was talking to people at Bravo. So I'm trying to see how they're going to go ahead and fight for this. It's going to be a Bravo against OWN Network. Carlos King against Andy Cohen. And those two been beefing. Carlos King, how, he got a beef, a vendetta against Bravo because what they did to him and Phaedra when they fired them. So Martell probably say, look, if you guys want me, somebody else. If you don't want me, somebody else want me. Then I'm going to go to Bravo. And Carlos King probably sit there and say, most of all the storyline is around the Holts. So I'm going to do what I can to go ahead and keep Martell on the show. Even if I have to bring Ariane Curry. And if Melanie does not accept it, that's something on her. Melanie, she does not own that network. So I don't know how it's going to play out, but guys, that's the way I see it. And if you guys, have any questions, have any thoughts about what I said, feel free to go ahead and comment. But anyone that follows me, they know I take this foolishness, and confound the wise. Take this mess and turn it to a message. When I speak it, trust me, it usually comes to pass. because it was a reason why not Marlo, it was a reason why Sheree went ahead and answered the phone while she was on the set of the reunion. You know good and well these people cannot take no calls. So all of a sudden, Sheree sat there, was talking to Martell on the set. Then Messy Kenya went ahead and snatched the phone because what they was doing is they was setting it up. They was setting it up, setting that door wide, making it wide open for Martell to come through. And that's how it looked to me. That's exactly how it looked to me. So, like I say, time is gonna tell. And when Martell come in, Ariane gonna come in because that's a part of his storyline. You know, you can't keep talking about the girl. Like I said, what they did was wrong. And I hope she does sit there and she apologize fully to Melanie, face to face. Even if she can't go face to face, apologize openly. And after that, we need to let go and let God, because to me, it's like beating a dead horse. You can't keep beating it over and over. It's done and it's over. And now that Martell and Melanie is divorced, they can do whatever they want. Now people are circling around because they don't have nothing else to talk about. These bottle feeders talking about Martell got a policy, a life insurance policy on Melanie. Quite obvious he do. He been married to the girl for 12 years. Quite obvious they got many policies. When they purchased their house, they had to put out a life policy. These people don't know what they're talking about, just talking about any and everything. And his policy might be worth a lot, where it most likely he might not want to go ahead and cash it out. Him and Melanie might work it out something. Because I'm pretty sure that if something happened to Melanie or something happened to Martell, all the money is going to go to the kids. And even if they sit there and have the policy and keep it, they can go back and rewrite that to make sure that if anything happened to either one of them, the kid's going to get it. So guys, they don't know what they're talking about. These people just talking all out their heads. That's all that is, just a bunch of, like I said there and say, just cackling hens, just catty women, just don't know what to talk about. But like I said, this right here, this Saturday, Love and Marriage in Huntsville is going to come on, which they fighting and, and it's time for all this stuff to stop. This is just too much. But like I said, drama sells. People love drama. I don't think they would tune in if it wasn't. But I'm pretty sure, guys, like I said, I've been hearing a lot of people sitting there piggybacking off of what I'm saying now. They know when I call it, trust me, just like with Martell and Sheree. I knew that was just a publicity stunt. Martell most likely going to just pick up and he might move to Atlanta. Because, Melanie, she already talked about it. Melanie talked about that she wanted to move to Atlanta. So maybe, Martell probably say, look, I'm going to just go ahead and just move to Atlanta. But see, Martell, when he moved to Atlanta, he got somebody that he going to go ahead and, he got a show that he can get on. Let me see if y'all can hear this. I don't think y'all can hear this. Yeah, I don't think you hear this. But Martell got a show he can go on. He's going on Real Housewives of Atlanta. He's going to be the pool boy. He's fixing Sheree's backyard. So that's how that's going to go ahead and work out. I'm pretty sure. Because like I said, no way in the world that he would have went ahead and just Martell just would have went ahead. I'm not Martell. Kenya Moore would have just went ahead and just called out Martell's name. The only reason why they did that because this dude is coming on that show. Look at that. This was all set up. This was all set up, setting it up for next season. I think season 15. This was set up for season 15. And Martell and Sheree gonna be together. And trust me, remember, you heard it here on Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. How are you doing, Rhonda? Happy Labor Day, girl. Just here, just passing a little time talking about these people on these reality shows. Yeah, but usually, when I call it, trust me, you can go ahead and take it to the bank, and that's exactly how it's going to go ahead and play out. Because all this right here is just drama. That's it. So people, whether they like it or not, all I can say is get ready, because it is coming. That's why we have to make sure how we throw dirt on people, because when you start throwing dirt on people, all you're doing is just building it up, giving them stepping stones to go higher and higher. And the ones that you want to get up there, usually it never worked like that, because you don't put so much energy and so much negativity and use it the wrong way. All you did was just build that person up. Usually that's how it works. You know, that's why we have to be careful. Yeah, girl, is like I say, Rhonda say these people are crazy. It's just drama. It's just a thing about it is that we love drama. People don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear drama. And that's why I take this mess and turn it to a message. Because that's all it is. And whether I'm talking about this stuff or talking about stuff in, real life, usually, it always plays out the way that I always call it, because it's drama. I can write their scripts. If they need someone to write their scripts, all they have to do is come to me, because I know exactly how it's going to go ahead and play out. Linda Bush, how are you doing? She said, of course, it was a setup. He knew she was at the reunion. He was in New York with her. Why call? And they yelled his name. And the reason why, Linda, like I said, that's why I'm going to be doing my reviews. I'm gonna do reviews of Real Housewives, not Real Housewives, Love and Marriage in Huntsville. I'm gonna start doing reviews, because when I call it, trust me, it's accurate. Most likely, you could take it to the bank. And the reason why they did that, because they was open the door for Martell to come straight through. They are opening the door for Martell to come to Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I don't know how it's going to work with Love and Marriage in Huntsville. I don't know how it's going to work. But usually that's how it's going to work. For them to sit there and open that door, Sheree and Kenya, is because they was opening that door for Martell. And we already know, if you watch Ariane Curry, Ariane been throwing nuggets. And the reason why some people didn't catch it is because they so focusing on the negative, where they can't catch the nuggets that this girl is throwing out. This girl has said, she says she's been talking to people on Bravo. So maybe Ariane Curry had got all that set up. That's why she's not saying anything. Because you know good and well, if Martell and Sheree really had something going on, you would have heard Ariane Curry. You would have heard her mouth. It would have been no end. She would have been slamming Sheree and Martell and throwing out all kinds of receipts on Martell. And the reason why you don't hear Ariane talking about it is because Ariane most likely has helped set that up. And that's why Martell and Ariane was going in and out of Atlanta, because they was talking to the producers. because Ariane already talked about that. Now, if people go run with it, remember you heard it here first. Because you see, y'all don't like to give me no credit. Just like when y'all used to take clips of my videos and said they never once gave me a shout out of it. But I know one thing, you heard it here first. Y'all didn't want it, Ariane and Martell to tell their story on Love and Marriage in Huntsville, so they're gonna tell it on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Because Ariane already talked about it. She said it. And how they're gonna open next season up, they're going to have Martell out there in the backyard like he was putting a pool in the back of Sheree's house. They end up romancing with each other, knowing that's all script. They break up. Ariane Curry gonna come in because Martell gonna wants to see his child on that show because they don't want Ariane on Love and Marriage in Huntsville. So what you think? Hi Bree Butler, how you doing? Welcome to my live Real Talk with your girl on Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unbiased and unapologetic. Yes, indeed. Rhonda said, I'ma just listen because I don't know what's going on. I don't watch these crazy shows anymore. Girl, I don't watch it. I watch now and then. Only two I watch: Real Housewives of Atlanta, Love and Marriage in Huntsville, and maybe now and then Married to Medicine. But I really don't watch it that much. What I really like to talk about is, real life stuff, the stuff that you and we always talk about. But them people don't want to hear that. These people love drama. So, like I said, if I got to sit there and throw out the fish in order to catch me a few, then that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Sometimes you have to meet people where they are. Bree Butler say, doing good, love your channel. Thank you very much, girl. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That means so much to me because sometimes I just say, Lord, am I just doing all this in vain? Because it is so hard, especially, when it comes to these people in these YouTube streets. Oh my God, these people are ruthless. It's enough for everybody, you know? But see, they don't like the way I talk. Because see, when I talk, believe me, it always happens because I don't go with the crowd. I don't jump on the bandwagon. I'm gonna call it like I see it. And every time when I call it, trust me, it always happens. Just like I told you about Sheree and Martell. The minute when I saw them two together, what did I say? That was nothing but a publicity stunt. You know good and well, Sheree does not want no Martell, and Martell does not want no Sheree. But Carlos King didn't want it them. So if Carlos King didn't want them, somebody wanted them. And now they on a big platform now, bigger than own network. Because I don't think that Martell is going to get. Well, I don't think that Carlos King, well, whoever that is, on network is going to pay Carlos King the amount of money that Bravo is going to pay him. He's going to make some big money on Bravo platform. So he probably say, look, if you're not going to give me what I want, I'm going to Bravo. And I'm going to take Ariane and my son with me. And I'm going to have my story on their platform. Usually that's how it's going to be. And guys, like I said, I'm team right. I'm not on Melanie's side. I'm not on Martell's side. I'm team right. And that's how it's going to work. Ain't no way in the world that Sheree would have went ahead and Kenya Moore would have mentioned Martell Holt's name. Especially when he on another show. He's on Love and Marriage in Huntsville on an entirely different network. Come on, guys. It don't take a rocket science to figure that out. Bravo don't want Sheree, let alone Martell. Martell will not be on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Well, we shall see, Miss Linda. We shall see. Because, first of all, if Bravo did not want it, Martell on that show, they would have cut that scene off. They would have cut that scene out. And they using that scene as the intro of what's going to happen on Real Housewives, on what's going to happen at that reunion. So if Bravo don't want Martell on that show, why they didn't cut that little scene out when Sheree and Kenya, when Kenya called Martell name out? Why they didn't cut it? Why they didn't cut that scene out? Tell me why. Tell me why. You tell me one reason. Tell me why they didn't cut that scene out. The reason why they kept that scene on, because what they was doing, just like I've been saying, they opening the door for Martell to come in. And if he come on that show, trust me, he's gonna end up with Ariane Curry, and they're gonna be telling that story on that platform. And if you watch Ariane Curry, follow her on Instagram, she already talked about it. Ariane already talked about it. She talked it to those people. She talked to the people at Bravo. So Ariane might have said that up, just like I had said. Let me see. Latita, Letitia Johnson says, on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, the husbands do not get paid directly from Bravo. Sheree would have to pay more, and the rest of the folks coming with him that you suggest. It could be, but I did hear that the men is going to start getting paid because Apollo is coming on, and Apollo is, you know good and well, he got paid. And I don't think that Sheree, because you know good and well, Sheree does not like to pay no one. And I don't think that Sheree is going to go ahead and cut no checks for no Apollo and cut a check for Martell. I did hear that the men is going to start getting paid, because I remember back then Peter had said that the men does not get paid, where Peter, Greg, and Ty, they all came together and they said that they only get paid like $2,000, and that's just you know, that's just what they pay. I guess like when they buy the alcohol or whatever, but Bravo only pay them like $2,000, and the wives are the ones that cuts the checks for them. But they've been working where now the men, if the men sit there and they have a scene, the men, they've been working where they should get paid as well, which is true. They should get paid. If they are part of that show, they should get paid, because you know when Peter was on that show, he was more, he was bringing it more of a storyline than what Cynthia was. Cynthia was very boring, but Peter, he made that show. So I believe that if Martell get on that show, he come on, Martell gonna get paid. He's gonna get paid. Because when the reunion was taped, Bravo didn't know people would not. Linda Sky said, because when the reunion was taped, Bravo didn't know people would not be able to purchase Sheree clothing. I don't know. Time is going to tell. Although I don't think AC should be on TV, this is a genuine way to increase the foolishness. And right. And you know, they've been stereotyping us. They love stuff like this because they think that's how Black people live. So to them, trust me, that's like liquid gold to them. Oh, we got more broken homes now. Now we got Mistress coming on the show. Oh, they love that. Bravo love that. Bravo gonna eat it up. Bravo loves stuff like that. These people, anything that will stereotype us, trust me, they love it. And not only Bravo love it, we love it too, because we're gonna be sitting right there watching every bit of it. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Linda say, Those were husbands, not boyfriends. Well, like I said, I don't know. But when I call it, trust me, you could take it to the bank. And I'm pretty sure that Martell worked out a contract with Bravo. He had worked out a contract with Bravo. I'm pretty sure because I don't think that they would have opened that door unless they're gonna let Martell come through it. And that's real talk. Poor Melanie, that girl will not go away. She's not going away. Bree, she's not going away. Ariane is gonna be in Martell life until that child is 18 years old. You know, it's and Melanie and Martell now they are divorced. So, like I say, you know, they both should now, Melanie and Martell should both now go their separate ways. If they can't sit there and live together, get along, they divorce, they free to do whatever they want now. So whoever Martell go out there and be with, that's you know, that's something on him. He's a grown man. Whoever Melanie go out there and she decides she want to be with, that's something on her. Because those two now are divorced. So now what we have to do, we got to stop tying those two together. Unless they only come when it's time for their kids. Because that's the only thing that they both have, and that's kids. But trying to sit there and keep putting them together, you know, it's not going to happen. So most likely, that's why Martell say, "Look, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let Melanie keep filming on Love and Marriage in Huntsville, and I'm going over that with Bravo if the check is right." So Carlos King gonna try to have to pull out something out of his pocket to go ahead and keep Martell. Because if Martell goes to Real Housewives of Atlanta, you might as well say that's the end of Love and Marriage in Huntsville. Because the host family are the ones that's keeping that show alive. And that's real talk. Martell is dangerous. Bree says Martell is dangerous and unhinged. Melanie better get security. Well, I don't know. All I just know, Martell has said on the trailer that they had showed when Melanie had came to the truck or whatever. I don't know how the scene had played out, but Martell had told Melanie that he don't want her. Melanie, so I don't know how, you know, that's gonna be how it's gonna play out because a man have to tell me once that they don't want me and that's it. And he said on national TV that he does not want Melanie. Now I don't know if it was a front, a show. He just said that, but it's not the first time he said that. He said it before. He said if it wasn't for the kids, I remember when they said a couple of seasons ago, if it wasn't for the kids, you and I wouldn't have been together. Now this is like the third time he said that he don't want Melanie, and he proved it that he didn't want it, Melanie, when he stepped out of the marriage. When he stepped out the relationship, he proved that he really didn't want her. Now, I don't know if he wanted his cake and eat it too. I don't know. But like I said, you know, enough is enough because seeing these two fight back and forth is like beating a dead horse. You know, it's like wringing an old dirty dish rag, you know, it's getting worn out. It's time for these people, they either go ahead and split up. So if Martell goes to Real Housewives of Atlanta, I think that would be a better fit because I don't think that Sheree is going to let Martell get away with half of the stuff that Melanie allowed him to go ahead and get away with, which that's just for show anyway. I don't think that's going to last, but time is going to tell. Like I told you guys, when I call it, trust me, you can take it to the bank. And no way in the world that they would have brought up Martell's name unless Martell was coming on that show. Bree Butler say Real Housewives of Atlanta need help. It's boring. AC and AC. Oh, that's Ariel Curry and Martell will surely increase the ratings. I will surely grab my popcorn. So, girl, oh my God, trust me. If I don't watch when Nene got left that show, I stopped watching that show because the only reason why I was watching that show because the original one was still left, and that was Nene. But if Ariane Curry and Martell come on that show, trust me, you're not the only one gonna be grabbing popcorns. I'm gonna be right there, honey. We're gonna have a party every Sunday. It's gonna be like when the original cast was on there. You know how it was when the original cast, huh? When Real Housewives of Atlanta first came on, shoot, we couldn't wait for Sundays to come. Man, when Sundays came, we was right there. We even got us a group. We even had us a fan group where we all used to stay up all night talking about these people. And trust me, if Ariane Curry and Martell goes to Real Housewives of Atlanta, whoo, honey, them ratings gonna go sky high. Sky high. I would be the next Michelle, what's her name? Michelle Brown on Straight from the Alias, my girl. I would be side by side with her. Trust me, because we're gonna do that thing. I will be right there talking of shoot. That's gonna be a show, and like I said, you never know. It might be like that. We never know. Drama sells. Drama sells. And these people, they love to bank off of our misery. They love it. When these people never banked off our misery. So if stuff like this come on, you bet believe, shoot, they gonna be cashing them trunk checks, honey. And then I heard Phaedra Parks is coming back. And Phaedra Parks was my girl. She's coming back. And that's why they brought Apollo back. So for Phaedra to come back. And that's what I heard somewhere that Candy said she was leaving. Well, if Candy leave, Candy bye. Bye, Candy. You think that Bravo is going to keep paying Candy millions of dollars and really not bringing nothing? These people looking for drama. Kenya Moore and Candy cannot bring that show. They thought that they was going to be able to bank off for Kenya Moore and Candy. But they should have known that. If it wasn't for Marlo, nobody wouldn't be watching. Marlo Hampton. Because everybody is tuning in to Marlo Hampton because she's the closest to the original. But if they get Apollo and Phaedra back and get Nene and whoever that is she's with, Yarny, get them back, you guys gonna say Candy and Kenya who? And you know Kenya is not gonna go nowhere. She gonna try her best to stay on that show. But Candy loves, she is her and her pride. And Candy, she loves money, so I don't even think Candy gonna go nowhere. Candy might stay. Candy just be talking all of her mouth because you know good and well, Candy is not gonna run from two things. Candy is not gonna run from food, and she's not gonna run from money because she loves food and money. So Candy just gonna set her tail right there and pout her mouth. And don't talk about if Portia come back. And you know good and well, them white folks gonna make that happen. You know good and well them white folks gonna make that happen. What's not true, Cassie? Come on and talk. Like I say, in here, love. We can agree to disagree, honey. Because we don't know these people from a can of paint. So what's not true? Come on, break it down. Let me know. Tell me. But if this happened, trust me, them ratings gonna go sky high. And it's all about ratings anyway. So most likely, that's exactly how it's going to go ahead and take place. And you know Sheree She loves money, and they done fired Sheree how many times off of Real Housewives of Atlanta? They done fired Sheree about like 3 times. So if she can sit there and bring Martell on, and even if she do cut Martell up of her check, at least she got something better than nothing. Which I'm still trying to figure out, how did Sheree come up with all that money? She spent $1 million on all of her designs. Girl, where did you get that $1 million from? Where did she get all that money? I'm like Candy now. I'm digging in her pockets. Where did Sheree get all that money to build what is Sheree Charte, whatever that house they call it, Chateau Sheree? Where did Sheree get all this money? I think they all messing with them African men. They got to be. Unless Tyrone must have hid that stash somewhere. Maybe Tyrone had had hidden the money somewhere in the house, and she went ahead and found it. She found it. I don't know, but I'm just saying a legend. I'm just talking. But Casey, feel free to let me know what you are talking about, since you say it's not true. Like I said, we all are giving our opinion, and at the end of the day, we all have one. Okay, opinion is just like the back of your butt. We all have one. So that's how I see it. But anyone that follow my channel, they know when I call it, trust me, you can go ahead and take it to the bank. I told you guys, I know exactly how it works, especially when it comes to these reality shows. I know exactly how it works. These people all about drama. But Carlos King better make sure that he try his best to keep Martell Holts back to Love and Marriage in Huntsville, because if Martell goes to Real Housewives of Atlanta, that's it for Love and Marriage in Huntsville. That's a wrap. What else could they talk about? Because you know good and well that Marcel and Tisha is not going to bring it. They ain't going to talk their business. So what else could they talk about? These big major platforms, they have a way of sitting there, taking drama away from other people so they can bank on it. That's the way they do it. It's the nature of the beast. You think Bravo is going to let Love and Marriage in Huntsville be a top rating show? So far, Love and Marriage is hitting it out of the park. Everybody's saying Real Housewives of Atlanta who? Everybody is talking about Love and Marriage in Huntsville. And Carlos King came from Bravo. You think that Bravo is going to allow Carlos King to sit there and hit it out of the park? No, what he's going to do is try to grab the ones that's bringing all that traffic to Real Housewives of Atlanta. And the only ones that's bringing that traffic, and that's the Holts. And Martell is the only one that have a storyline. Nobody else have a storyline but Martell. Nobody. Nobody on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Nobody on Love and Marriage in Huntsville. Only one that these reality shows, the only one that have a storyline now, and that's Martell Holtz. Because like I said, drama sells. Linda Bush says, if Melanie asked him to come back, he would break his neck going back. I don't know, because they talked about that. I started to make a video of that. I had found a bunch of clips. Too many times he talked about if he do come back, it's gonna be for the sake of the kids. And I wouldn't want no man to come back if it's just for the kids, because then my life gonna be miserable. So I don't think that he would if he do come back, it'll never work out. They will be at each other's throat. No way in the world that would never work out. It would never work out. It didn't work out then, and it's not going to work out now, because anyone that been in a relationship and cheated on me for 6 years, no way in the world that's going to happen. No way in the world, guys. I don't think he'll take her back. And if they do, they'll be fighting they will be fighting with each other. And that's not healthy for the kids, because you don't want to see the kids in that type of environment. That'd be miserable as all outdoors. So I don't believe that he would take her back. She would take him back, you know, and it'll never work out, because they tried, and it didn't work out. So I don't think it'll work out, and if they do decide to go back, it will be for the sake of the kids, but no one will be happy. No one will be happy, because then Martell might get another taste again. Remember, like he said, when moved, he went back to Melanie, and then he started getting that taste again, where he wanted to go out and get him some oranges or apples or whatever he said. Then he might get that taste again, and then they're gonna be back at the drawing board. The best thing to do, they both divorced, is to go their separate ways now, unless it's time, is whatever they decide to do when it comes to the kids. After that, that's it. It's too much hurt, too much hurt was in that relationship, too much. So the best for them to do, and then the kids is not getting younger, the kids are started getting older. They can surf on the internet, see all the stuff that's happening, so don't keep it. Doesn't make no sense for them to keep putting the kids in the middle of all their mess. Go their separate work, they separate ways. Like the song say, if it don't fit, don't force it. Just let it go. Portia is coming back, but Candy said she wasn't going anywhere. So I don't know. Girl, I heard that Candy was leaving. Say, Phaedra come on, she was leaving. And everybody said bye. Everybody said bye. And I know she got that message, because Candy, she reads all the comments. So I know she got that message. But Portia is coming back. I heard that Bravo offered Portia, which I don't believe that's true, because everything is capped. They said that Portia was offered $5 million to come back. Now, I saw a video, not a video, but I saw on IG, Portia had put on, it was Portia, her man, and it was Nene and her man, and it was somebody else, and they all was in a car together. So I think they all might come back, because whatever beef that Nene and Bravo had, they squashed it. So you never know. The deal was to come back on Bravo, because Bravo have not been the same since Nene had left. Have not been the same. And Portia is not going to come back on Real Housewives of Atlanta unless Nene come back, because Kenya Moore is going to eat Portia up alive. You know how it works. If you've been following these reality shows, you know exactly how it's going to work. That's usually how it works. So, guys, look, I've been on for an hour. Linda, thank you for joining my live. Cassie never told me what she meant, but thank you for joining my live. Bree Butler, thank you for joining my live. Letita, Letia Johnson, thank you for joining my live. Rhonda, as always, thank you for holding me down. College, thank you. Guys, with all that being said, I hope you all have a good night. Unapologetic Facts, thank you for joining. Guys, so with all that being said, you all have a good night. Peace out.